is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh here, and today I am joined by my good friend Aviation 360. Say what's up.
What's up?
Today we were going to be taking a look at the DCS AH64D Apache. I am incredibly excited for this, as you saw in my reaction video 2 days ago. This was originally going to be a first impressions video, but 360 I recorded this last night, and somehow I was recording at 13 frames a second, and I decided it wasn't even worth putting out terrible content like that. So,
and my footage somehow got corrupted, so
there you go. So we're giving it another shot. We're going to try to keep it as truthful as we can, and as to first impression as we can. But
what our initial thoughts were originally with this.
Yeah, exactly. So without any further ado, let's get right into it.
All right, Josh, where do you want to start on this thing?
I want to start with the external model first. If we take a look at this thing, it's incredible. So the first thing I'm going to mention is the radar dish, or not dish, but what would you call that? Radar.
Fire control radar is what they call it.
Okay, so the FCR, the fire control radar up there, it is not currently functional in the aircraft yet, as it is less than a week old. It's still like 2 or 3 days old. You have an option to remove it if you'd like to, or not remove it. We have it now. We prefer to have it on there. It just gives it that classic AH64D Apache look. The next thing I'd like to mention is the weapons. You have your rockets on the, the loadout we chose was rockets on the outside pylon, and what are those missiles there, or those
they're AGM-114 Hellfires.
Okay, so you got Hellfires, 4 on each pylon, so it definitely can pack a punch. And then, of course, we have the infamous 30 millimeter chain gun. Yeah, 30 millimeter chain gun there.
And I noticed in your initial reaction video to the trailer that your reaction to the recoil on that gun was insane.
Yeah,
the level of detail to the animations, just the outside models, is insane to what they've done to it.
It truly is.
Especially with the Penvis and the, I believe the TADs. Is that the bigger display up there?
I believe so.
We could be don't quote us on the bottom one, but I know the top one.
Yeah. Again, we don't have much time in this. I spent maybe 2 hours in this, just trying to somewhat fly it, but not been going super well.
Yeah, we flown a little bit after the video last night, and then come to find out that our videos got screwed up when we got to do it. But I digress. You want to jump into the cockpit now?
Yeah, let's hop right into the cockpit. So the cockpit, I really like this. So what you see in front of our face, you could say, right there, is the basically heads-up display. So you can turn that off or on if you'd like, just by pressing I. Now you can also turn the actual eyepiece off in the advanced settings. What was that?
So yeah, Josh has the eyepiece monocle on. I have it turned off because it bothers me, but yeah, you can turn the eyepiece on and off, and if you have the monocle, you can actually see it move off your screen on and off. Correct?
Yes. Yeah. So actually, if I go to this view here, I might be able to see. You might be able to see it. All right. So if I click the I key, there you go, and you can they actually modeled or animated the pilot moving the monocle on
which you can
your face.
Yeah, that's the little details make it. And we noticed it earlier when we were messing around. Is we might actually show it a little bit, but I don't know. The CPG, if he's looking back at you, you can actually see the eyes move, that's kind of cool.
Not just the head, but the eyes actually blink. The eyes move left and right, up and down, all that stuff. It's incredible.
It is incredible. And then so going back to the actual cockpit itself, one of the things I noticed is the fingerprints on the screens themselves. That is astonishing, the fact that they were able to do that in the reflections.
It truly is.
It is. The level of detail and the textures and everything is insane.
Yeah, and you can see bits of paint scratched off. Just typical for DCS, but I'm impressed that they implemented it this early. Or at least
Yeah.
to this level of detail.
Then the M4 on the right side, the level of scratches and detail to it is insane as well.
Not only the scratches on it, but you can actually see like realistic markings on it as well. You can see the rail numbers that are etched into the handguard there. See the bayonet lug there is what at the middle there.
You can even see some of the markings on the side of the gun past the safe fire and the other beneath the forward assist on the M4. Yeah, so you want to go ahead and I don't know what else to say. I mean, you can even if you look up front on the pit, you can even see the fingerprints on the displays up front as well, which is kind of insane. That level of deep, even being able to see that from back here. And then also, one more thing to touch base, the remove a for flight tag down here in the cockpit's a nice little touch as well. Alright, you want to go ahead and get this fired up?
Yeah. So the first thing you're going to want to do is close the cockpit door. So you're going to click Control-C there. That's going to open up. You got really nice sounds.
Or you can click the handle, and then before you do the APU, I'm going to come over and show my viewers of what it looks like when you fire the APU up from the outside. It's actually kind of cool. Alright.
So first thing we're going to do is go down to the left side of the pedestal here. We are going to twist this little knob here once to the right, or right click it to battery. And you ready for me to start the APU?
Yes, sir, I am.
Alright. So we right click the APU cover here just to flip that up. And then press and hold the left mouse button for a second.
Yeah, my screen you can see the flame coming out as it starts up, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
The little detail animations they've done to the outside is crazy.
It is. Alright, so the first thing you're going to hear is a hydraulic failure. So at this point, once the APU is turned on for a little bit, you can actually see, or if you pull back on the stick, you can see it move, or you can see the rotor blades actually move, which I find incredible. I did not know they moved this much.
I would like to mention that it's a bug in regards to the APU sounds, it seems, for during multiplayer. If another player has their APU running, you get this weird sound that isn't constant. It's a bug I'm hoping they address in the coming weeks or days, actually, preferably.
Yeah. Alright, so also normally you are going to see a master warning and a master caution light turn on. You can ignore those. Cool, so the next thing we're going to do, let's go down to the bottom left pedestal. You're going to flick the number 1 engine start up once. It's going to be a right click. We'll hold that up. It's going to then say rotor RPM low. I wonder why you're not going to be able to take off with the rotors not moving, obviously. So now you're going to take a look at your left MFD, and once that, you can see the number that's rising, that's red right there. Once that hits over 20 to 23, you are good to introduce fuel into that engine. So that is going to be right alt and home, and that'll set it to idle. And if you take a look back here, you can see it start going up. We're at 30, 35, 36, 37. You're going to want to let that one spool up for just a few seconds. And you can actually see the rotors start spinning here. Alright, and at this point, let's turn on the engine number 2. We're going to do the same process, right-click it, look at the MFD here. Once it hits 20 to 30, or, 20 to 23, we can now introduce fuel into the engine number 2. Now that command is right shift and hold. Good. Now we're gonna let that sit and spool up for just a few, and yeah, once that's good to go, we will continue the startup process.
And I'm going to start my engines up now. Dumping fuel in now.
Alright, so we can drop ourselves back into the cockpit here. Once it's been running for a few, we're going to advance the throttles to flight, I think they call it.
I believe you're right on that.
So basically, all the way forwards where it says fly. Now, we've had the engines running for a few, we can go ahead and turn the APU off. So we can right-click that button, and now left-click the APU cover, and we are good. The APU now should be turning off. Now, throughout this entire process, you really don't want to rush it too much. But yeah, obviously, now you're completely ready to fly now. You have all the basics you need for flight. It's a very quick process, and
on the right side, one thing we noticed is don't forget on your radio panel on the right side, don't forget to hit the 12 buttons. Because that'll get annoying if you get someone that joins as your CPG. That can get obnoxiously loud.
And now if you want to here as well, turn this, where is it? On, here we go. There you go. And now you have all of your systems here. Now, if we click I, that pulls up the basically heads-up display. You then have all of your things here, or your displays there. You can go over there and wave to Aviation 360. All right. So now that we are all spooled up, ready to go, let's take to the skies here. So throughout the entire takeoff process, you have this really large rotor spinning to the right, and it doesn't want to. So you're going to need to kick in a good amount of left rudder in order to combat that. So as you can see me slowly raise the collective. You want to do it really slowly or else it'll not really go out of control, but
All the rotors out.
Yeah. So you're going to slowly bring it up and introduce left rudder. Now you might also have to use the stick to send yourself out. There you go. You can just slowly keep increasing the collective. As you can see, it's very, very slow. You're going to need to move your rudder. You're going to need to move your joystick. You're going to need... It's kind of a game between everything. Now you're going to have to watch the... You can see, okay, cool. So you see the two red lines on the left MFD there. If they turn red, that means your RPM is too low. So that means you want to bring your collective back, or you can, you can let the aircraft spin to the right a little bit. I've noticed because I'm not touching any of my collective now. If I let that sit for a couple, it'll bring the there you go. It brings the RPM down. Alright, so it's going to be a constant game of watching all of these, or not really watching all the instruments, but watching that one instrument. And you have three different things basically controlling your RPM in a sense. So now, as you can see, I still have a lot of left rudder in. If I start to push my stick forwards and start to travel forwards, the quicker I start going, the less rudder I'm going to need. So if I keep going forwards, and now at this point I have no rudder engaged at all. So once you get up to a good speed, you can stop worrying about that. Alright, so now that we've done that, maneuvering is not like a fixed-wing aircraft at all if you're used to that. While you're moving, you have to watch your RPMs. You're gonna have to lower your collective, maybe not turn as sharply with your rudders, or with your your rudder pedals. And we can also get rid of this eye display here, because all it really shows you is your your artificial horizon and your speed, stuff like that. Stuff we don't need to worry about in this video. It's really just a first impressions type thing and a quick guide to what we've noticed. Now if we cut our throttle, or not our throttle, but our collective all the way back, it's going to yell at us high RPM. Rotor RPM high. There we go. So now, if I completely let go of my joystick here, you're going to see it just start plummeting down to the earth. So you want to slowly start you're introducing more RPMs, or you're introducing your collective, sorry, not RPMs. And yeah, there you go. So 360, where can I find you?
I'm over here.
Oh, there you go. I see
up
it.
here, forward in front of you, I believe.
Yeah.
Over here is very vague.
Yeah. So, your first impressions of the AH64 for DCS. Oh.
Ah, crap.
Not good.
And
Ah!
just as a note, the Apache's landing gear can take a beating.
They can, yes. Luckily. Which is good, especially for us.
For a lot of you fixed-wing guys that are transitioning from fixed-wing to rotaries, it'll save your butt a lot, I feel. It can tolerate a beating like the F-18 can.
Yes, it can, which is very good because we do not know how to fly a rotary aircraft, as if you cannot tell. Well, yeah, we can do it. It just doesn't look good. Alright. So, overall impressions? You like it? You think it's good?
Oh yeah, I think it's good. I personally think it's probably going to be, or probably is, most likely going to be the, the Apache of the, or no, excuse me,
the F-18 of
F-18
helicopters?
of helicopters.
Agreed.
That's what I think.
I completely agree. This thing is a beast.
It's such an iconic American helicopter, though. That's for
it
sure.
is, without a doubt, it is. It looks amazing. It sounds amazing. The DCS team did an amazing job with it. I gotta say, again, I picked it up with a 30% off discount, and I can tell you right now, I would have paid full price for this thing. It's amazing. The fact you can do multi-crew, as you can see from the front there. In future videos, Aviation and I are going to be doing some CPG operations. But, yeah, the multi-crew function is very fun. I haven't done much with it. Someone flew me around a tiny bit in it. But that was for like less than 5 minutes, and then the server crashed. So, but yeah, do you have anything else you want to say about this?
I don't have anything else to add. Just for those of you who watch my channel, keep an eye out in the coming few days. I'll have a channel update coming out, like I said previously, in regards to my rig update, what's been going on in regards to personal stuff, and why I haven't been able to upload as like I usually have. But keep an eye out for that. I'll make sure to be providing a link to Josh's channel in my description.
Yep, and I'll put a link to Aviation's channel in mine.
I would also like to let y'all know, I'm not sure if any of y'all are familiar with Blue Games on YouTube. Either way, we've actually started a squadron with him. It's called Blu Arrow Force. I'll be leaving a link to that in my description if you're interested in joining. We have some pretty sick custom liveries that most of I've made, one Blue himself has made, but keep an eye on that if you're interested in, if that's something you're interested in. Well, I'll be leaving a link in my description for that.
Oh, there you go. I hope, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it too, and I'm going to assume that Josh will also be leaving a link to Blu Arrow Force as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We'll have all of that stuff in there.
Yeah, we hope to see y'all join if that's something you're interested, but if not, then it is what it is. I don't think I have anything else to say. Do you, Josh?
No, I don't.
Alright.
And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.
So will I. Thank you.